Back now to an ABC 7 special report. When most of us go to bed, the men and women of the Sarasota Police Department are hard at work, keeping us safe and sound. For the last 8 months, our own Max Winnitz has traveled extensively on overnight ride-alongs with police. He joins us now live in the studio with more on his travels with the SPD Night Beat. Max?
Well, Lauren, good evening. Certainly an eye-opening experience over the last 8 months. When people talk about Sarasota, many seem to think this is nothing but a quiet, quaint, beachfront community with very little crime. Now, as hard as the police work to keep this area safe, like any city, there are people up to no good. And tonight, using just an iPod, we show you what happens when Sarasota goes to bed. When the sun sets over Sarasota and darkness falls, the overnight shift clocks in at the city's police department, preparing themselves for what's typically a busy night ahead.
951. Working overnight is the busiest time for a police officer.
At nighttime, you go to burglaries, robberies, car accidents. You get a whole bunch of homicides.
This is Officer John Vanek, a 25-year-old with 3.5 years on the force. Driving Cruiser 117, he's someone you'll rarely see. That is, unless you're in trouble or getting into trouble during the early morning hours.
The ability to go out and physically handle situations, solve people's problems, and help people is what I like about being on patrol.
Over the last 8 months, we've joined Vanek on patrol as a way of getting a better understanding of an overnight officer's job. Sometimes it isn't too exciting, pulling over vehicles for expired tags or broken taillights. Other times, it's an adrenaline rush, racing down city streets, chasing after masked burglars accused of tying a man up in his own home.
They just tied me up, put the tape right there in the bedroom floor.
Okay. I go to all your tragedies, your terrible days, your worst nightmares, and I get to at least try and make it a little bit better for you.
Speaking of terrible days, this guy is having one because he's going to jail. So it's 3 a.m. right now. We are out in front of the Gator Club. Apparently, a man was breaking into some vehicles in the parking lot directly behind the bar, and now he is in police custody. Around the same time every Friday and Saturday night, many of Sarasota's finest come here to an area the officers call the Block. It's MLK between Osprey and 301. They deal with loud music, overcrowding in the streets, and from time to time, fights, drugs, and even shootings and stabbings. Sarasota Police Chief Bernadette DePino knows her overnighters face plenty of difficult challenges every time they put on the badge.
Every night you get into a police car, you don't know if this is going to be the night where you face some dangerous, horrible situation where you may not be coming home.
For the officers, it's all in a night's work. And even if the police are frowned upon from time to time, it's important to point out there are plenty of officers like John Vanek who serve with passion and courage and share a love for protecting others.
I think it's important to appreciate what we do, understanding that while there are other dangerous jobs, those are ones that don't go out and put their lives in danger in order to protect another human being, their right to be free and be happy and be safe.
And if you'd like to learn more about the Sarasota Police Department, the agency holds a Citizens Police Academy twice a year, the next one starting in February. And keep in mind, everybody, Lauren, can go on these ride-alongs. If you're a city resident, all you have to do is call the police station, sign up for it. I must say it was a phenomenal opportunity each time we went out with Officer Vanek.
It certainly changes your perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work and a lot of courage from every one of those officers out there.
Very neat.